thank you for watching my video. My name is Roel. I am a health and nutrition coach and a diabetes practitioner. I live in Hale near Manchester, and I post these videos to inspire you to be as healthy as you can be. And today I'm going to share some tips on how you can get yourself in the zone to do what you need to do to get healthy, because I think we all know that knowing what to do is one thing, but taking action, that's a whole other thing, and often that is the difficult part of getting healthier. I hope you had a really good week. I can't believe how this week has flown by. I'm super busy with work. I work on a couple of programs for the NHS to do with diabetes prevention and diabetes remission, and yeah, there's always plenty of work, and I love doing my job, but sometimes it feels a little bit like mopping the floor with the tap still running, because it's still such an increasing problem, type 2 diabetes, and that's why I'm so passionate about doing these videos, because it is possible to avoid it in most cases, but people just don't know about it and how to do it. And especially, like I said, it's not so much that they don't know what to do, but it's just so difficult to do it. So today I want to help you to get unstuck, because getting in the zone, that's difficult when you're not feeling it. You all have these days where you know you should be eating better, move more, and make healthier choices, but you just don't feel it. What do? How do you get yourself in the zone to take action? So I've got a couple of tips here. Number one is to do with the fact that I think motivation can be a little bit overrated. Obviously, it is nice and important to be motivated to do something, and you're more likely to do it if you are motivated, but it's very unreliable. Some days you're feeling it, you feel motivated, you can talk yourself into doing it because you can see what's in it for you, and other days you're a bit meh and you're just not feeling it. But here's the thing, action creates motivation. It's not the other way around. We often think that motivation creates action, and it can do, but actually if we sit around waiting to feel motivated before we start, we can be waiting a long time and nothing happens. The trick is to start by taking action. Just small action can already create a bit of motivation. Do something, anything, and then that action can create a ripple effect. For example, if you don't feel like exercising, just commit to putting on your trainers and nothing else. Just say, well, I'm just going to put on my trainers and see what happens. And often when you take that first step, you feel ready to do something else. And before you know it, you're moving. Tip number two is looking at triggers, and I talked about this in I think last week's video, when I talked about creating an environment for yourself that supports you to do the right things, and I think you'll recognize that triggers can set off certain behaviors. For example, if you smell something, that can trigger you into wanting something. Say if you smell coffee, or if you walk into a supermarket, is it that, do they actually do that? I'm not sure, but and you walk in and you smell the baked goods, and somebody told me they do that on purpose because they want you to want those baked goods, pastries, I don't know, bread. If somebody knows, let me know. I'll be fascinated to hear, and I'm sure they could do something like that. But do you know what I mean? When you see something, or you smell something, that can actually trigger you to want to do something. So you can use that in your advantage. You can create a trigger for yourself that signals to your brain time for action, but obviously healthy action in this case. So you could put a glass of water already on your bedside table, and it's the first thing you see when you wake up. In fact, it might be the first thing you knock over when you try to switch off the alarm. Now I'm thinking about it, maybe something with a lid on, a water bottle with a lid. But you know, when you see that the first thing when you wake up, that then helps to remind you to drink some water. You make it really easy then. You could, for example, put your working out clothes ready on a chair, and so again, when you get up, you see those already, and it gets your brain to start thinking about exercise. You can set reminders on your phone. So these are all triggers that you can use to your advantage. Little things to reduce the effort that it will take to make that right choice. And when something's easy, we do it. It's more easy. It's more likely that we do it. Number 3 is accountability. Find your people. Let's be honest, doing this stuff alone can be really difficult. But when you know that someone's got your back, someone's rooting for you, or you're accountable to someone, then it's way easier to stay on track. And I've actually created a service called The Real Health Thing Insiders, which is a place where you get weekly live coaching in a Zoom, question and answers, accountability, goal setting, and direct access to a health coach, i.e. me, whenever you need guidance. And that can be really helpful, but of course you can create that yourself as well with a friend or a family member. But if you need a little nudge or maybe a whole cheering squad, then look at the options and see if there's something that can support you, because when you've got people checking in on you and cheering you on, then you're way less likely to fall off the wagon. Next tip is actually quite powerful. It's a silly little thing, but if you don't feel like doing something, commit yourself to doing it just for 5 minutes, and then you take away resistance. So most of the time, once you start and you do it for 5 minutes, you can keep going for a little bit longer, and before you know it, you've done 10 minutes or maybe 20 minutes. So yeah, if you don't feel like exercising, just say that you do it for 5 minutes and see what happens. And if you did just do 5 minutes, that will still be beneficial, but often you can do a little bit more. And maybe if you don't feel like cooking a whole meal, you could just commit to doing one little thing and see where that takes you. Tip number 5 is habit stacking. One of my favourite brain hacks is, if you want to do something but you find it difficult to do it, link it to something that you're already doing regularly, habitually. That makes it really easy then to do it. So you can stand on one leg to improve your balance when you brush your teeth, or you could even do squats when you brush your teeth. You can do some stretching while you wait for the kettle to boil, or you can say, every time I check something on my phone, I need to have a sip of water from my water bottle. And so you link it to something that you do already, and that then makes it way more likely to get you to do it. And this is actually something that also comes back in the whole coaching to do with the Real Health Thing Insiders, these tips and tricks to actually make things happen. Number 6, celebrate small wins. And yeah, we don't need to be perfect, of course, because perfection often gets in the way of progress. We just need to do something to get results. And often we've put too much emphasis on what we didn't do and what we did badly, or what we think that we did maybe, wrong. The workout that you skipped, or the unhealthy snack that you ate. But that mindset of focusing on these things that didn't work so well, that actually gets you stuck, and it keeps you stuck. Instead, celebrate any progress, the smallest things. If you drank a little bit more water, a win, thumbs up to yourself. Give yourself a little thumbs up in the mirror, do a little victory dance, a little stretch, anything. Say no thank you to an unhealthy treat that somebody's offering you. All these little things are big wins, so make sure that you acknowledge that, because what's rewarded and celebrated is repeated. So keep on doing it. So those were my tips for today. Obviously there's loads more, but I don't want to keep you too long because you might get bored. And let me know if you want these videos to be longer. Obviously I can talk for hours and hours about these things. I'm going on holiday this week. It's a little holiday, so I'm not sure if there'll be a video next week. I will try if I'm organised. Maybe it'll be on Monday or Tuesday. I'll also try to maybe film a little bit when I'm away. We're going to Amsterdam, and I'm really looking forward to it. We're going on the train from London. You can go directly to Amsterdam on the Eurostar. I'm really looking forward to it. Lots of knitting time on the train, and then of course lots of fun things to do in Amsterdam, and lots of treats to enjoy in Holland. I'm not really sure why Dutch people actually have a bit of a reputation for living a healthy life. Maybe they do, they cycle a lot, don't they? Yeah, I guess on the whole, I would say Dutch people probably live a slightly healthier lifestyle than people in the UK. But the treats I'm looking forward to, they're not very healthy, like the Dutch chips with mayonnaise and the bitterbal. I can't really explain what a bitterbal is. A bitterbal is a ball with breadcrumbs on the outside. It's fried, and inside is what you would traditionally find is it ragu that you would find in a vol au vent? I don't know if you're still with me, but that's what it is. And you can get bigger versions of it as well in a different shape. They're called croquettes. And actually most people in the UK will have heard of croquettes as well, and they're filled with the same stuff. Anyway, I do really like them. And then of course there's the licorice. Also, can't really make an argument for eating licorice. It's full of sugar. But I am going to enjoy all that. I also do a lot of cycling and walking, so that will offset that a little bit. And I'll try to do a little bit of filming and maybe share some of that after the next video. Let me know if you find that kind of stuff interesting. I don't really talk that much about myself, but if you find that interesting, then I'm happy to do that. I quite like doing these videos. It is a little bit like chatting to friends, and thank you for watching. If you find this useful, interesting, then give me the thumbs up and a little like, and maybe even subscribe to my YouTube channel. So maybe one day my YouTube channel will have a decent amount of followers. But to be honest, I don't really mind. I just like doing it, and I'm glad you watched, so thank you for that. Don't forget to set yourself one little actionable goal that you're going to do this week. What is the one thing that you can do this week that's going to improve your health? And remember, it doesn't matter if it's just a small thing, because all these small things will add up. And if you do this every week, then you will constantly improve your health. And you're also way more likely to be consistent, and that's super important. So I hope you all have a really, really good week, and I think it's going to be quite nice weather as well. Already seeing a lot of buds appearing on the trees and the bushes, and see flowers, so I get very excited about spring. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video. I'll leave the details on how to join the Real Health Thing Insiders below this video, so feel free to check that out. Have a fun week, and I'll see you next time. Lots of love. Bye.